Welcome back to the worst place ever on the world. I just got out of the shower and I almost drowned. Also, don't mind the open closet. I'm letting my little goblin breathe for a little bit. I was talking with some family members over Easter yesterday, and it was really concerning how many of them were legitimately just not fans of movies, and I understand. I understand you can have interests, and I don't really like seafood. But I understand. It's a lot of money now to go to the movie theater, and even selecting things on streaming services is the worst experience in the world. So I thought today I would give 5 movies that I've seen throughout my life, 5 pretty popular movies that if you haven't seen them, give them a try. I think you would legitimately enjoy them and have a good time. Number 1, I'm going off a rip with arguably a perfect movie, The Shawshank Redemption. This was in 1994, and it's about 2.5 hours long, so it's a little long, but trust me, it's paced wonderfully. It's about a banker named Andy, and he gets wrongfully convicted and sentenced to, decades in jail. The prison is full of corruption and violence, and this guy gets beat up and stuff done to him. But there's also a lot of friendly fellows as well. You got Morgan Freeman. He plays this wise mentor character named Red. He's also narrating the whole thing, and that alone is amazing because listening to his voice narrating the character of Andy is really good because you watch him become so scared, but he overcomes every possible challenge that comes his way through his intellect and his ability to build relationships with others. The movie focuses on elements of friendship and perseverance and relatability. I feel like that everyone doesn't want to go to prison for the rest of their life, so that's kind of relatable, I guess. But him being in prison can also mirror other problems and horrible situations that people are in. Bad relationships, sucky jobs. It's literally the same thing as prison. It can't be that hard. The writing is brilliant, the plot it's paced amazingly, and the characters are so lovable, and some of them are so hateable. The guy that voices Mr. Krabs is in this. And that's pretty cool. It's basically one location. You kind of go out of the prison a couple times, but it all takes place, and it's very easy to kind of track what's going on. It'll make you happy, sad, laugh, angry. Pretty much every emotion. Like I said, it's arguably one of the best movies ever, and if you haven't seen it, it is phenomenal. Number 2, we're throwing it back. We got Alfred Hitchcock, Rear Window, and it was made in 1954, and it's like an hour and 50 minutes, so a little shorter, almost 2 hours, but it goes by fast as well. Now, Alfred Hitchcock is known for his thrillers and his horrors and all this stuff, Psycho. This one's a little different. It's more of a mystery, it's got some drama and it's got some romance. So it's about this guy, he's stuck in a wheelchair, and he's a photographer, and he takes pictures of his neighbor. He's stuck in his apartment. He takes pictures of his neighbors. He kind of just looks around because he's just bored and he's interested in what his neighbors are doing, and but he starts to kind of pick on some suspicious activities across the little courtyard in his apartment building. He finds out that one of his neighbors is, he kills someone. And he's like, holy crap, what do I do? So he keeps documenting it. Will he get caught? Will he not? I guess you have to find out. It's really, really fun. It takes place in one location the entire time. It's in this guy's apartment. Very easy to follow. The movie is very suspenseful. And like I said, it's got romance, thrills, drama, crime, a lot of cool genres going on here. The setting it's amazing. It was all built on a soundstage, but it's supposed to take place kind of in this rustic New York kind of vibe, and it's really, really cool. And having the character in a wheelchair is relatable, honestly, because you're sitting on a chair, on a couch, in your bed, in the movie theater. Like you're watching this in a movie theater, and you're honestly kind of like, well, that's me. I'm just sitting here watching this thing happen, and I can't really do anything about it. So it's honestly very amazing, and again, one of the best movies ever made. It's got to be on a list somewhere, so yeah. Number 3, this is a broad one. I'm just going to go with any sports movie ever. Some examples I have are Coach Carter, that's basketball. I have The Blind Side, that's football. I have McFarland USA, which is cross country. They all follow the classic movie storyline. They're all easy to follow and keep track of the characters and all that stuff, and it usually has that kind of underdog story, so it's kind of hard to hate that. Everyone loves, someone beating the odds. Even if you don't like sports, watching kids, most of the time it's kids, but it can also be, adults in these movies overcome adversity to win at something that they love. That almost always works for most people, even if the movie itself isn't the greatest thing in the world. The stories are so relatable. Most people watch sports, but again, even if you don't, it's very easy to follow, and it really warms your heart. You know, some of them end all happy, they win the big game. Some of them are, you know, they're bittersweet, they lose, but, you know, everyone loves them. Kind of like the ending of one of my favorites, Real Steel, robot boxing movie, and the underdog, he doesn't technically beat the champion, but everyone in the crowd loves him, and he wins everyone's hearts instead of the actual trophy, which is really cool. And there's a lot of them. There are a lot of sports movies. Some of them are honestly kind of bad, but they're all pretty good. They do the job. Yeah, go play some sports, kid. Hey, I heard you joined the football team. That's awesome, man. Why don't we go throw the ball around? Number 4, I got Fantastic Mr. Fox, one of my favorites. Anyone older watching this and you're looking at the screen, I know it looks like a kid's movie, kind of is, but just trust me on this one. Stop. Just stop. It's directed by Wes Anderson, and it's based on a book by, I've never really known how to say his name, Roald Dahl.
Our host, Roald Dahl.
It's an hour and 28 minutes. It's a short, feel-good movie. It's about family and taking down big business and corruption, and yeah, it's about a fox who is honestly kind of a piece of crap, but aren't we all? And his family that steal from these big corporations ultimately gets them into trouble. You know, these guys try to hunt them down. They set up traps. They're so evil. They're like, oh, we can't make any money if we did a fox, and they keep stealing. They have to problem solve constantly and deal with each other's negative emotions. I think what makes this movie so relatable and hilarious is because, you know, we've all had those moments at a family gathering or something, or just with our growing up in general, where our family is kind of crazy sometimes, but you do have to learn how to love each other and accept each other's differences, and you gotta overcome pretty much everything. What am I saying? Now, onto the obvious. This is not, you know, a live action. Well, it is technically live action, but it is stop motion. The art style and the set decoration and the craftsmanship of it all, you know, and it can seem a little like, oh, this is for kids. I get it. But if you really look at it, it's just beautifully made, and the team behind it is just amazing. All of Wes Anderson's movies kind of look like this. He frames them like a photograph, and everything's very perfect. So this is a really fun twist on it. He has a couple other stop motion films that are really cool, but this one is one of my favorites. It's so sweet, and it has a lot of cool messages in there. It's a good movie for kids and adults, and I think you'd really enjoy it. Bro, why does my hair look like this? It's kind of stupid. All right, number 5, last one. I'll wrap this up. This one is just a straight up comedy. I got Airplane! Exclamation mark. It was in 1980, and this is the shortest one on my list. It's hour 25 minutes. Super short, and it takes place in one location, pretty much. It's so hilarious. It was directed by 3 people. It was like a trio. It was directed by 3 guys: David Zucker, Jim Abrahams, and Jerry Zucker. Not Zuckerberg. He wasn't born yet. Yeah, it's a short, satirical comedy. And by satirical, I mean it makes fun of literally everything. The slapstick jokes combined with the deadpan acting of everyone and the seriousness of the situation, it makes you cry of laughter.
I'm sorry I had to wake you. I'm just looking for a doctor. There's nothing to worry about.
Stewardess, I think the man sitting next to me is a doctor.
Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry I have to wake you. You a doctor?
That's right.
If you can understand the jokes, which you should be able to. Come on. Watching this for the first time genuinely shaped the foundation of my humor, and probably millions of people too. It is phenomenal. It's got silly cameos, it's got references and relatable moments. I feel like most people have probably been on just like an annoying airplane ride where someone gets sick or there's a baby crying or something happens and you're like, oh my goodness, this is insane. It feels like a movie. Well, it is a movie. It uses that common ground of, you know, the airport and the airplane, and then it just goes totally off the rails with that. It works. It really works. It's honestly, the jokes are so stupid and random, and I feel like movies can play into that a little bit too much sometimes, and they're too random, and it's like, okay, this is kind of cringe. This one really pulls it off.
Jews for Jesus. Read about Jehovah's Witness.
How about Buddhism?
There's jokes like every 30 seconds, and it's so obscure, it's so wacky, and it's so funny. The acting is impeccable. Everyone in there just does an amazing job. And it's an amazing rewatch. I rewatch it probably every year. It's so funny. Now, unfortunately, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I could go off and list hundreds of them, but I just wanted to give a quick list. Hopefully this video kind of gets around and moves throughout, people and people's families and people that are like, well, I'd rather just watch TV. And that's fair. Movies are struggling, but they'll be back, don't worry. I'll make sure of that. I am Mr. Hollywood. I think movies are just really cool though, because, we're all humans and we all live similar lives, most of us, and having those little escapes is just really, 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 really cool. Ever since graduating from film school, my love for it kind of has been up and down, but I can always go back to movies like these and hundreds more that I know and love. They always make me feel the same, and they ground me and they say, hey, this is what you love and don't forget it.